Hi guys, my name is Tori. Today I'm going to run you through just a quick little chair sequence. So I'm going to give you an idea of what to expect in a chair class. Super fun, great for people with restrictions, the injuries of any kind, or just if you feel like you need a little extra support on a certain day and you'd like to come to the chair. We can do pretty much anything that we do standing in the chair. I recommend that you have at least one block and a belt of any kind. If you don't have that at home, you can use a book or a belt or a tie or anything that might work for you. Using a block, for those of you who have shorter legs, you can bring the floor closer to you, and this is a great variation just to feel that nice length in the spine. You're welcome to sit to the back of the chair just as long as you maintain that length in the spine. So we'll start with a couple rounds of breath and then work into a little bit of a flow. So place your hands on top of the thighs, releasing the shoulders down and away from your ears. Close your eyes and let go of whatever it was that you were doing before and allow yourself to be here in the present moment. And just breathe in any way that feels comfortable to you. That could be natural rhythm breathing, or maybe you deepen and lengthen your breath. You can even bring the palms to face up to the sky if you'd like to receive. Take in good energy, good vibes. Maintain that length in the spine. Don't lose that energy from the base all the way to the crown of your head. One more breath here. Let's blink the eyes open and bring your left hand to, I'm going to start over. Blink the eyes open and bring your left hand to the side of the chair. And inhale, bring your right arm up and overhead. You can scooch over a little bit if you need a little space. Make as much space as you need to. And we'll open with a lateral bend. Bend into the left elbow and reach over with the right fingertips to the left side. Keep anchoring the weight into that right sits bone. Deep inhale, create more space, more length in the right side body. We have one more breath here. Get a little longer. Inhale. And exhale, same thing, other side. This time, right hand comes to the side of the chair as you inhale, the left arm up and overhead. And create that space as you reach the elbow far away from the hip bone. And don't allow yourself to come into flexion. Open up as you spin the heart and the top ribs to the sky. And be careful with that tension that you might cause in the neck. You can bring your gaze down or neutral. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to come into a wide leg stance. So bring your feet wider than the hips and bring your hands to the top of the thighs. Big deep breath in. We're going to melt into that right shoulder. Bring your gaze up to the left. Nice little twist. Keep pressing down through the feet. And if you feel the sits bones rising too much off of the chair, remember, we keep our weight anchored into the sits bones. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to center. Take it to the other side. Left shoulder works down towards the floor. Gaze up to the right. One more deep breath in. And exhale, come back to center. Let's grab your blocks and we'll take a sun salutation here in our chair. So any variation of the block, book, or whatever prop that you chose to use will help to bring the floor closer to you. Bring the knees back towards one another. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold, reach for the block. And allow the head to just hang here, resting the torso on top of the thighs. Deep, smooth, conscious breathing. Halfway lift, just like we would do in a standing posture. Use the blocks to get light and lifted on the fingertips. Lift. That's your inhale. Exhale, bow back into the legs. Using the next inhale to circle the arms up and overhead, rise up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Bow forward, slow and controlled. Reach for your block. Stay engaged even though you're releasing into the legs. You want to keep the belly toned and keep pressing the feet into the floor. Halfway lift on your inhale, light on the fingertips. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, stretch the arms up and overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Taking the block to the side. We'll keep it nice and handy if you need it. We're gonna move into a warrior two type pose. So, taking your right toes out to the short edge of your mat and working the legs more into a 90-degree angle. And bring your arms parallel to the mat. We're gonna stay in this position. Some people like to bend into that back knee, but for today we're just gonna stay in this position. Bringing the arms parallel to the mat. Here's your warrior two variation. Deep breaths. And you can add a reverse warrior here as well, bringing the left hand to the chair. Make sure you're nice and stable. Bring the right fingertips back behind you. Remember, keep pressing down through your feet. Your foundation is strong and steady, just as if you were standing. One more breath. Come back to your warrior two. Let's take it to the other side. And bring your right knee back to center. This time, left leg out to the side. You create that 90-degree angle again. Arms are parallel to the mat. Let's stay here for just a couple breaths and we'll add that reverse warrior. So like I mentioned before, anything that you can do standing, you can pretty much do that in the chair. I think we all need to be kind to ourselves, a little kinder to ourselves, and find support where it's needed. Bringing the right hand to the side of the chair, find that stability. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep pressing down, strong foundation, deep, smooth, steady breath. Come back to center, and then bring the left knee back in. I'm going to show you a child's pose, and that's where we'll kind of wrap it up here today. Child's pose is pretty much like a forward bend, but you're releasing this time into the legs as opposed to keeping that engagement. So find your block. Again, that brings the floor closer to you. And just fold into the legs. This time, as I mentioned, release. So release the torso, release the belly. Release the head. You can add that gentle sway. Great release of the spine. Don't allow the sits bones to rise too much off of the chair. And use your inhale to come back to center. Chair yoga is a great alternative to any practice, as I mentioned before, if you have an injury or if you just need a little extra support in your practice. Hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.